it was named the world's most dangerous cheese. So basically, the way they eat it is they eat it with the live maggots in it, the larvae, and they say that's
the most delicious part of it.
Am I worried? Yes. Do I think I'm going to be living tomorrow? Maybe not. Here we go, ciao a tutti, as they say in Italy. Buonasera. Good evening. We are in Cagliari, capital region of Sardinia. Just having a quick walk around. So basically, we were on a hunt to find the famous Casu Marzu.
Which I've never tried.
Which Julia's never tried. So it's going to be our first time trying it. Casu Marzu is a Sardinian cheese which has been made for generations here, and it's only found in this region. Basically, the cheese is actually, under European law, illegal. So it's actually very difficult to find. It's illegal under European law. And why is it illegal? Because it contains live maggots. What does it mean in Sardinian?
Rotten cheese?
Rotten cheese, it translates to. Essentially, it's a block of pecorino cheese.
Pecorino is cheese from sheep.
Right, sheep's cheese. Basically, it's sheep's cheese. And then basically what they do is they let fly lay eggs in it and let it mature for up to 3 months, is what I've read online. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, so it's matured in that way, and it has to be a certain temperature all the time. So basically, it's only produced in the summer and the spring. And basically, to get this stuff, it's not legally sold. So it's actually very difficult to find, and you kind of got to know someone.
It used to be legal.
It used to be legal.
Yeah.
But it's now very difficult to find. But you know,
so you basically need to know friends or someone who does produce it. Usually you don't buy it from them.
Right.
You just get it as a gift. That's what my uncle does when he gets it.
Right.
But if you just come to Sardinia to try it, but
you're gonna have a hard time finding it. So there was me thinking, oh, we got to try this. And obviously, it's so difficult to find. It was named the world's most dangerous cheese by the Guinness World Records. So basically, the way they eat it is they eat it with the live maggots in it, the larvae, and they say
that's the most delicious part of it.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. In fact, when you get it with all the maggots, or when the maggots are already dead inside, they say it's not as good. Right.
Yeah, I read that apparently, if the maggots are dead, then it's off. I'm a bit nervous myself, to be honest. It's not something we normally eat. Maggots, in cheese, live,
It has a really strong smell.
And when a fly lands on your food, like, what do? You just you throw that piece of food away. So the fact is that flies landed on this cheese, laid its eggs, and maggots have eaten it and digested it, because that's essentially what the process is. The maggots digest it and help it ferment and create that flavour. Apparently, the flavour is similar to gorgonzola.
But they say it's a bit spicy.
They say it's a bit spicy.
Yeah.
So her uncle has managed to acquire some for the family. So we're gonna go back now and cut it up and give it a whirl.
It's rarely produced, and you gotta know someone and not be lucky enough to find you some wet market kind of style.
Right. Yeah.
So if you do, obviously you're gonna pay a high price for it more.
Right. Yeah. That is the other thing I wanted to say. Is actually, so this cheese is not so commonly produced, and if you go into the deeper regions, they say a lot of the Casu Marzu comes from the mountainous regions and in the centre of Sardinia.
Yeah,
that's not
true.
Oh, is it true? Is it?
Yeah, it's true.
So that's where the old farmers and all sorts of old blokes that it comes from, their old farmhouses, is where this cheese is made. We are just waiting for Julia's uncle. Let me stress that this cheese is very, very hard to find, and it's only produced here in Sardinia. So this is a really, really rare chance to try it.
I'm not excited to have it in my kitchen.
Was it smelly when we picked it up?
Yeah, it was very smelly. As soon as you cut it up, you cut it open, and they're gonna start jumping around. So they're just not gonna be inside the cheese. the whole time. They can jump around the kitchen and stuff. My uncle just gets it when he can because he's got a friend who's got a friend who knows someone who produces it.
Oh.
I don't like standing this close to it. Oh my god.
You can see them jumping.
They actually potentially leave. The cheese, oh for fuck's sake, look, pa, there's one.
So Marci, what's the best way of eating it? On
Qual è il modo migliore per mangiarlo?
Ci vuole allora il pane carasau,
sì.
che adesso lo portiamo, il pane carasau e poi ci vuole un cucchiaino.
Yes,
si taglia così.
You're supposed to
si taglia la
cut.
cupa perché poi si deve mangiare col cucchiaio.
So you're supposed to cut this
Con
round
cucchiaio,
Right.
and then,
oppure coltello
then
e si
pick it
spalma.
out with a spoon and spread it. Fa schifo come saltano a me.
Saltano ovunque.
No, ma fa schifo.
Piace o no?
Buono.
Io non le voglio.
Fantastic. Buonissimo.
Ma sempre alcuni più buoni, altri meno buoni?
Ce ne sono alcuni più forti e altri meno forti.
Questo com'è?
È abbastanza forte.
Forte?
Una volta che uno lo prova, il Casu Marzu con Carasau, è impossibile fermarsi. Bisogna sempre che ci sia un'altra persona che te lo allontani. Diversamente è praticamente impossibile fermarsi.
He's saying that once that you try pane carasau with Casu Marzu, you can't stop. You need someone else. You need someone else to take you away from me. Otherwise, you're gonna finish it yourself.
Now they've got the whole family in here, and everyone's tucking into the Casu Marzu, which is a classic carousel, which is the Sardinian bread, and they have it with Casu Marzu.
So as you see, it's very spreadable.
He's an Englishman eating Casu Marzu, the maggot cheese.
Solo devi lasciare.
Oh, that one
Ma
was
questo
really
tu
good.
lo lasci di
Creamy.
diventare più cremoso,
There's lumps in that one.
Capito? Però è bello cremoso,
Ci voleva il vino nero.
See no?
It's really spicy, but it doesn't feel that rich. It was like you could eat. You keep on eating it. Maybe because you only put a bit on cheese. They've got nearly 2 kilos of it here, so you can imagine how much cheese there is to get through.
Oh.
It's so spicy in the mouth. But if you think of gorgonzola, it's a bit like gorgonzola. It's like a lumpy cheese inside. It's a bit lumpy. It's the kind of texture, but it's actually really soft when you spread it. The smell is so strong though. Well, they're going to be around the house these days.
Yeah, my grandma would say they all jumped out at the moment. So if you look at the cheese now, you're not going to see the Maggots anymore. Taste of it.
Yeah, genuinely, I'm telling you, as an Englishman, I actually really like the taste of it. It's actually delicious. I'm actually really surprised.
Do you think it'd be disgusting?
Mate, when you see it online, that is foul. Like the smell is unbelievable. Like you would not eat that in a million years. But apparently in Sardinia they do. So I don't know.
I don't.
Sto
So
mangiando,
they're saying-
non sembra perché più ne mangi, più ti viene voglia di mangiare.
È
They're
vero, è
saying,
vero.
È vero?
they're saying
È
that
come ce l'avevo ieri.
when it's younger, it's white and it tastes less spicy and less strong in general. And then it becomes, from white, becomes a bit beige, and then it becomes like a bit like brownish as it gets older, and it gets spicier. And yeah, it's got a stronger taste. So this one they're saying is quite
Ti lascio.
Oh.
così, no?
Il gorgonzola non puzza.
Non così tanto, no.
È diverso poi.
No. My grandma said she had pasta with Casu Marzu
Ah,
once.
sì.
Io ho mangiato.
Una prelibatezza.
So it was so
Perché al
good.
Casu Marzu
So you can't imagine how good it was.
ci mettono acqua bollente.
They use boiling water to make it even more creamy. And then they put
nelle case.
some homemade pasta with it.
The thing is once you begin to forget that it's inedible and you realise it's edible, you start to forget all about the maggots. You start to forget about all the flying things. It doesn't actually bother you because they're so small. They don't really bother you that much. Like genuinely, it becomes you almost forget it. So now I'm just tucking into it. and not thinking of anything different. It's, Right, we are about to, no, how long are we? It's been 3.5
weeks.
Right, it's been 3.5 weeks since we did that video now, and we have stored the Casu Marzu, not in the fridge, as you normally store cheese. It was stored.
It was just stored in a box. So normally people store it outside, and what happens is the fly probably goes again, and there are more maggots potentially. But yeah, we just store it in a box inside. Right,
so basically cheese is always kept in the fridge, and if you don't keep cheese in fridge, then it goes off, obviously. Well, this cheese
doesn't go in the fridge because it gets hard.
So they don't put it in the fridge. It's a few layers, it's been wrapped very tight because the smell is very strong. Let me say, the smell now is so strong this time, and I'm not even exaggerating this time. The smell this time is almost quite unbearable. I think it might be off. There are still maggots living within it. When we last opened it, we thought that all the maggots had jumped out and disappeared. Obviously not.
Good.
See, very good. The smell is stronger.
Smell is something else. Like now we're in the balcony, and still when you come out, you can smell it so much. It's very disgusting. Oh, really?
But look, here we are again. Casu Marzu, rotten cheese. Imagine this. So this would have been fermented. This would have been mature for at least 3 months. The fly would have laid its eggs in here, and then the maggots would have hatched and digested the cheese and basically fermented the cheese. So this is a month since we last ate this. Am I worried? Yes. Do I think I'm going to be living tomorrow? Maybe not. I'm not sure. I hope so.
The maggots are still alive, which means it's not hot for sure.
I mean Luciano's in it with me, if not. The smell, the texture is creamier than before. It's much creamier, much softer, much less lumpy now, and the smell is much stronger.
Smellier,
There's black bits in there now from maybe fermenting maggots. There are still live ones in it, crawling around and jumping. So let's give this the taste test. Yeah. It's definitely that fermented, alcoholic, spicy kind of flavour in your mouth. Ooh. It does taste a bit more off than it did, I have to be honest.
Does it?
But it's not bad, it's nice. They say it's the world's most dangerous cheese, and that, you know, the illnesses you can get.
Roof, there's some maggots jumping on the table.
Just keep from.
There you go, here's a maggot. Right. Let's go. Right, this is with the worm included. It's stronger, it's richer. It's spicier in your mouth, in your tongue, in your teeth. You can all feel it. You can't feel any worms moving around inside it. Do I like the cheese? I love it. I think it's very nice. Would I eat it after 4 weeks again? Probably not. I think I prefer it fresher. I think if you can buy it from the market and you can have it fresh, then I'm down for that. But
then my dad says it's better now. So it's really subjective.
The older generation here say that actually the taste is deeper and has a sharper taste. So actually it's more flavoursome, a bit more creamy, they're saying it is this time. But yeah, absolutely. Did it keep well for the 4 weeks? Yes, it did. You know, if you told me that you're keeping a cheese for 4 weeks, I'd tell you, are you stupid, and you're going to end up in hospital. But here we have.
Yeah, any other cheese would be all mouldy after.
Yeah, I thought this. Try this with a piece of cheddar. Try this with any other cheese. and you know you're not going to be able to eat.
They don't even last in the fridge.
No, it's true.
For this long.
It's true. But look, I'm going to leave it at that and enjoy this. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that was an insight into a Sardinian tradition for you all. Julia's still not eating any. Bravo to Luciano. Aficionado.
Aficionado 5.
This is my drug.